thinking of something here.
Yeah.
You came up with a game on the spot in the last hour.
Uh-huh.
You gave me some ideas on where Anthony Richardson could go.
Yeah.
I've come up with 5 names.
Okay.
And we're going to play who would you give a blank check to?
Ooh, okay.
So,
all right.
First one, we're going to start in Oxford. Would you give a blank check to Trinidad Chambliss?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
I wrote down basically the gold, silver, and bronze. He's on the medal stand. He's on the gold medal stand.
Kewan Lacey.
Blank check, no. I think you can get different production. I think you can get better production out of other guys. For example, a guy like Ahmad Hardy to me. I wouldn't give a blank check to him either. I just think that you can get similar, depending on your offensive line situation, obviously. I think you can get similar production. That's the reason why I said no, even though I think he will be one of the top 3 running backs in the league.
So are you saying Kewan Lacey is a better running back than Ahmad Hardy? I know you were on the Ahmad Hardy hype train last season.
I was, and I think he tired out because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I mean, they ended up on their 3rd string quarterback and a freshman in Matt Zollers. I just think that the running back position, not necessarily it's been devalued. I just think that you can get another player to perform at that same level. So that's the reason why I would not give a blank check to Kewan Lacey, because I would give it more to a skill position before I gave it to him.
And I also think, now that I'm starting to think about this too, and I hear your answer, I would probably not give a running back a blank check.
Me neither.
The most volatile position
Right.
on the field. I mean, we've talked about on the show, the longevity of running backs in the NFL is very short.
Right.
And whenever you do get the guys that do end up staying, like your Adrian Petersons, I mean, I just don't think you're going to really see that anymore.
Right.
Because the game is so physical now, and it's so – I almost feel like there's more of an emphasis on speed now than there ever has been.
For sure.
It's just all about speed.
Yes.
I mean, you see nowadays the weight room, the advancements in technology and being able to really know what you need to do.
Right.
I'm forgetting the terminology on everything going behind the scenes, kind of like the biometrics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just this guy needs this workout. This guy needs to do this. I mean,
Right.
we've boiled everything down to such a science that still I just don't think a running back is worth the same as like a quarterback or a wide receiver, just because they're so injury prone.
Right. And receivers can break your offense down the field more vertically than a running back. A running back, you're also very dependent on a good wide receiver, good offensive line, and a good quarterback to a lesser degree. So I say no on Kewan Lacey.
Did you say if you would give one to Cam Coleman?
Oh, I gave one to Cam Coleman.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Number 3, Arch Manning.
Yes.
Yes.
From what I saw at the end of last year, towards the end of last year, what he did in the Texas A&M game, obviously, what he did in the bowl game, and people want to throw that away, obviously, because not everybody's playing in those things. But he showed me a lot towards the end of the year, and it showed me, I think, what we thought was going to be at the beginning of the season when he played Ohio State.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
He came back this year. He's coming back for this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Dante Moore. That's like right on the edge, isn't it?
That is right on the edge. I can't unsee the interception that he threw in the playoff game to Indiana right off the jump, and that game was over. I mean, that game was over, right? Like literally in the first however many minutes of that, I think it was the first possession of the game, Indiana jumps the interception.
Yeah.
And I just, for some reason, it's unfair, but when I think about Oregon, I just think they beat up on the teams that they're supposed to beat up on, and then they get to that ultimate game and they just can't do it. And it's not Dante Moore's fault.
It's a Dan Lanning problem.
I don't even think it's Dan Lanning, because I even go back to Marcus Mariota, and it might just be an Oregon situation in my head. I just did.
Problem.
I didn't believe in Dante. I didn't believe in Dante Moore all that much.
Is it a Jersey problem?
Yeah. It might just be, but I just didn't see enough from Dante Moore, and I'm glad he came back to be able to say blank check yes.
Yeah, I just don't know if I think a lot of people made the joke about how just after seeing that Peach Bowl, everyone made the joke about, he was speed running so that way the Tex or the Jets wouldn't take him at number 2. I mean, I don't think we had honestly seen a more of a disappointing performance, to say the
Right.
least.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, what? He had 2 interceptions. He had
Yes.
the pick six to start the game.
Right.
He had the fumble that led to a touchdown for Indiana. And, again, the game was over in the first half.
Right.
I mean, Indiana had 2 games in hand leading up to the college football national championship.
Right.
By the end of the first half.
Oh, yeah. And they just destroy teams early on. Was that your 5?
Nope, I got one more.
Okay, because I have one more as well. I want to throw out there.
Same position as Cam Coleman.
Okay.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I think that he is helped by having a guy like Tate on the other side, so where the defense can't focus on him. But, I mean, Jeremiah Smith he's just so incredible.
But here's the thing.
He's so incredible.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's no Carnell Tate next year.
That's why I hesitated. I was like, I want to see him. I want to see him basically do it, quote unquote, by himself,
right.
so to speak, because their defenses really could not focus on him.
There's no Carnell Tate, and here I want to get to yours in a second.
Yeah.
There's no Carnell Tate, and Brian Hartline is down at USF
Right,
now.
right.
Their big wide receiver recruiter and wide receivers coach. He was the offensive coordinator last year too.
Right.
Things might be a little bit dicey up there in Columbus next year.
It should be interesting next year. I do trust Julian saying though, and I think that if you're ranking wide receiver quarterback duos, I think they right behind. It's 1A, 1B behind Arch and Cam Coleman.
All right, let's hear it.
There is one more though, because when you mentioned who would I give it to, a blank check to. The very first thing I thought of was, okay, Cam Coleman definitely won. Arch is definitely won. Trinidad's definitely won. And I started to go position groups, and I was like, okay, there is one player that I do think in a perfect situation could be absolutely lights out.
Okay.
This is a guy that you really liked in the fall.
I liked him in the fall.
It took me a while to get around to him. Trey Green from LSU. I think he was mismanaged and misutilized because they didn't have a healthy quarterback situation at LSU with Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah.
But every single time it felt like every time they got into the red zone, they could just literally put the ball up top and Green would go get it. 6'8" frame. Trey Green, in my opinion, in an offense that knows how to utilize him, I would absolutely give a blank check to, because he reminds me a lot of what we saw with those basketball guys turned football guys, Jimmy Graham and Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
Those basketball playing big boy wide receivers. That's what it reminds me of. Almost. Now I'm not gonna say Rob Gronkowski or Travis Kelce because he's not built the same way, but I think he can have the same kind of production.
So, Chessa, if you're watching this, I'm clipping that and I'm sending it to you, because that
I would go.
I was high on him in the fall.
Yeah.
There's no way on this planet Earth that I could ever give a tight end a blank check.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I think
I wouldn't even give. I mean, I don't even know who the best tight end in the NFL is now. It's oh goodness, the name is blanking.
What team?
Cardinals. Trey McBride.
McBride, yeah. McBride was awesome.
McBride.
You think about a guy like Freiermuth was really good this past year.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not worth like $40 million a year. Though.
No, he is not. I'm just saying, in a perfect, everything else has to line up right. Everything has to line up right from a running back as well. Things have to line up right
Hypothetical
from
G here.
Keywan Lacey. But I am saying that if I am Texas, and I know that I have Steve Sarkisian. And Sarkisian, in a game that has 12 possessions, let's say he can get you to the red zone 6-7 times.
Yeah.
Instead of settling for field goals, he could be the difference between 3 points and 7.
That's true.
So I just, if you have especially if you have a threat that is 6'8" and you could just play basketball down there, whew, I think it could be insane. But we did get to hear from Steve Sarkisian about Cam Coleman. They're the ones who eventually landed him.
Yeah.
Taking away whatever team handed him the blank check.